Imagine a battlefield shrouded in smoke and dust. The noise is deafening. Soldiers crouch low, seeking cover. Suddenly, an explosion rocks the earth. This is no random blast. This is indirect fire, a weapon system striking from afar. Indirect fire is a powerful tool of war. It allows armies to strike enemies from a distance. This makes it a deadly and unpredictable force. Launch a projectile high into the air following a curved trajectory. Execution requires precise calculations and skilled personnel. From ancient catapults to modern artillery systems, indirect fire has shaped countless battles. It is a testament to human ingenuity and a reminder of our capacity for destruction. The story of indirect fire is as old as warfare itself. Early humans learned to hurl stones and spears at a distance, giving birth to the concept of ranged combat. As civilizations advanced, so did their weapons. Ancient Greeks and Romans developed powerful catapults and ballistae, capable of launching heavy projectiles over long distances. These siege engines could demolish fortifications and inflict devastating casualties on enemy troops, ushering in a new era of warfare. The invention of gunpowder revolutionized warfare, giving rise to cannons and mortars. These weapons possessed even greater range and destructive power, further cementing the importance of indirect fire on the battlefield. From the Napoleonic Wars to the American Civil War, artillery bombardments became a defining feature of conflict, shaping battlefields and deciding the fate of nations. Throughout history, different cultures and armies have developed unique approaches to indirect fire, adapting to their specific needs and environments. From the steppes of Mongolia to the jungles of Vietnam, indirect fire tactics have been shaped by geography, technology, and military doctrine. The Mongols, renowned for their equestrian skills and military prowess, employed horse-drawn archers to rain arrows upon their enemies. Their mastery of mounted archery allowed them to harass and demoralize opponents from afar, softening them up for close-quarters combat. In the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, Vietnamese soldiers utilized mortars and rocket launchers to great effect. The thick vegetation provided natural concealment for their positions, while the high trajectory of their weapons allowed them to strike enemy troops hidden in the undergrowth. These are just a few examples of the diverse ways in which indirect fire has been employed throughout history. Each culture's approach reflects its unique military philosophy and the challenges posed by its environment. The introduction of artillery onto the battlefield had a profound impact on warfare, forever altering the dynamics of combat. No longer could armies rely solely on close-quarters fighting. The threat of long-range bombardment forced commanders to rethink their tactics and adapt to a new era of warfare. Artillery barrages could inflict heavy casualties on enemy formations, break up attacks before they even reached their lines, and demoralize soldiers hunkered down in trenches. The destructive power of artillery made it a key factor in determining the outcome of battles and entire wars. The use of artillery also led to the development of new defensive strategies. Trenches, bunkers, and other fortifications became essential for protecting troops from the deadly rain of shells. The First World War, with its gruesome trench warfare and massive artillery bombardments, stands as a stark reminder of artillery's devastating impact. Section 5. Facing the storm: how nations respond to indirect fire. Being on the receiving end of indirect fire is a terrifying experience. The whistling sound of incoming projectiles, the deafening explosions, and the constant fear of being hit take a heavy toll on even the most seasoned soldiers. Throughout history, nations have developed various ways to counter the threat of indirect fire. One common tactic is counter-battery fire, where friendly artillery units target enemy artillery positions in an attempt to silence their guns. This requires accurate intelligence gathering and swift response times to locate and neutralize enemy batteries before they can inflict significant damage. Another approach is to disperse troops and equipment widely, making it more difficult for enemy artillery to inflict mass casualties. This tactic was widely employed during World War II and subsequent conflicts as armies adapted to the increasing accuracy and range of artillery systems. Section 6. The evolution of accuracy technology and the future of artillery. Technology has always played a crucial role in the development of indirect fire. From the crude catapults of antiquity to the sophisticated guided missiles of today, advances in engineering and ballistics have continually pushed the boundaries of what's possible. The 20th century witnessed remarkable progress in artillery technology. Radar systems allowed for the detection of enemy artillery positions, while computers enabled more accurate calculations of projectile trajectories. The development of self-propelled artillery and rocket launchers further increased the mobility and firepower of indirect fire systems. Today, indirect fire systems are more accurate and deadly than ever before. Guided missiles and smart bombs can strike targets with pinpoint precision, minimizing collateral damage and maximizing effectiveness. The integration of drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles into artillery operations has further enhanced targeting capabilities and situational awareness. Is Section 7, Beyond the Battlefield. Indirect fire's impact on society. The impact of indirect fire extends far beyond the battlefield, leaving a lasting legacy on society as a whole. The development of new artillery technologies has often spurred advancements in other fields such as materials science, engineering, and computer science. Moreover, the use of indirect fire in warfare has raised ethical and moral questions that continue to be debated today. The indiscriminate nature of some types of indirect fire, particularly area bombardments, has led to civilian casualties and destruction of infrastructure. This has sparked debates about the proportionality of force and the need to minimize harm to non-combatants. The psychological impact of indirect fire on both soldiers and civilians should not be underestimated. The constant threat of bombardment can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and other mental health issues. The long-term consequences of exposure to indirect fire can have devastating effects on individuals, families, and communities. Section 8, A Moral Dilemma, the Ethics of Indirect Fire. The use of indirect fire in warfare raises complex ethical and moral questions. It is a legitimate military tactic to achieve strategic objectives and minimize casualties among friendly forces. However, its indiscriminate nature can lead to unintended civilian casualties and widespread destruction. The principle of distinction requires combatants to distinguish between military objectives and civilian objects. Indirect fire, especially area bombardment, makes this difficult. Cluster munitions scatter bomblets over a wide area, posing long-term threats. Many countries have banned cluster munitions due to their indiscriminate nature and humanitarian consequences. Section 9, The Future of Warfare, Indirect Fire in the 21st Century. As technology continues to advance at a rapid pace, the future of indirect fire is likely to be shaped by innovations in artificial intelligence, robotics, and hypersonic weapons. Autonomous artillery systems, capable of independently selecting and engaging targets, could become a reality on future battlefields. The development of hypersonic missiles, which travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5, poses new challenges for defense systems. Their speed and maneuverability make them difficult to intercept, potentially giving adversaries a significant advantage in indirect fire capabilities. The increasing use of drones and other unmanned systems is also likely to play a major role in the future of indirect fire. Drones equipped with sensors and weapons systems can provide real-time targeting information and deliver precision strikes on enemy positions, further blurring the lines between direct and indirect fire. Section 10, A Lasting Legacy, Indirect Fire's Enduring Impact. From the ancient battlefields of antiquity to the modern conflicts of the 21st century, indirect fire has played a pivotal role in shaping the course of human history. It is a testament to our ingenuity, our capacity for both innovation and destruction. As technology continues to evolve, so too will the nature of indirect fire, presenting new challenges and opportunities for military strategists and raising profound ethical questions for society as a whole. The legacy of indirect fire is a complex one, marked by both triumphs and tragedies. It is a reminder of the enduring power of technology to shape the conduct of warfare and the enduring human cost of conflict. As we look to the future, it is essential that we learn from the lessons of the past. and strive to use this powerful tool responsibly and ethically, minimizing harm to non-combatants and preserving the principles of international humanitarian law.